Well, guys, a lot of people want to know how how Japanese parents deal with the otaku kids and the kids that want to stay in their rooms and play video games and stuff like that. Usually they just leave them alone, but there's more and more push nowadays to try to get these kids to come out of their rooms and stuff like this. And because they don't really have any way to know what real parenting is, they tend to turn to crazy ideas of parenting, especially the fathers, because I've told you guys about how the fathers really have no parenting skills, and kind of when the mother runs out of ways to deal with it and they just don't know what to do, that's the only time they'll turn to the father to ask him to help. And in the cases that they ask the parents to help, this is what they get. Now you can see in that the guy that he did that to, the kid, is probably in his 20s. He's probably like 25, you know, between the age of probably 23, 25, could even be almost 30. And you could see how he acts like he's like a little 10-year-old kid. And this is what a lot of the kids end up acting like here in Japan. The men that are really just boys, and this is basically how our herbivore culture is. These herbivore men. This is why when people ask how is there a 70% herbivore rate in Japan, it's because the parents are allowing it to happen. Not allowing them not to be married, but just allowing them not to associate, not to work, and live off of the parents' allowance that they have got from their hard work. And they're turning into a culture of lazy people, which is why we're having such a hard time and our GDP is going down. And there's a lot of people that will give you these rosy ideas about what's happening, you know, what's really happening here in Japan. And they don't seem to realize that it's actually it's going to get bad, and it's not getting any better. And this kind of dealing with this obviously isn't going to help. You know, this isn't going to, acting this way and doing this to your child doesn't really help. A few months ago, I'm sure a lot of people have seen on their Facebook feed the father that took all of his son's video games and PS3s and all these things and took them outside in the backyard and then ran them over with the lawnmower. You know, so I mean, it's a good way to stop them from doing it, but in the end, you're the one that paid for it. You know, you paid for all that shit, so it'd be better for you to just take all that shit down to like a GameStop and then, you know, keep all the money. If you're going to do that, it's very stupid to just go and destroy it for no reason. The father could have easily just came in there and grabbed the PS3 and taken it out of there and then taken it to someplace and sold it, you know, instead of breaking it for no reason. Just doesn't make any sense. It would have done the same thing for him to just go in there, unplug it, and just take it, you know. But people have a very odd idea of what they need to do to get it into their kid's head. You know, in the end, their child understood what they felt about what was going on, but there's other ways to get that across. But in the way it is in Japan, there's really no way for them to think about this stuff logically and to go about it logically. They overreact because they really have no idea of how to parent. They've lost that in the last 40 years or so, and there's really no parenting going on here in Japan, even from the mothers. It's all run by the state. The schools are the ones that are supposed to give them instructions, and obviously they're just more people that don't really know anything about parenting either, and they tend to run schools a lot like a prison or a hospital or a military, you know. So these kids really, that's why I'm always talking about how sad it is over here for children, because it's very sad to watch these kids grow up like this and not know what it means to be cared for or loved or anything, and they're just grasping at straws. Anybody that shows them any affection, they're so easily taken advantage of because of that, which is why a lot of Asians, when they go to foreign countries like Japan, a lot of them will go to foreign countries and be easily taken advantage of, because people will easily be able to take their money because they're just so gullible. And this is why, because of the way they're raised. It's very sad, but it's also very true. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video.